All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of a Gaming with the Bros
The
podcast.
Bose podcast, episode 46. 40. Shit, what episode is it?
I think it's 45. I
Okay,
think, right?
episode 45. And if it's 46, it's 46.
45, yeah, yeah.
Okay, episode 45. What's going on, everybody? Today is September 28th. Getting into spooky season here.
Spooky
Getting quite
season.
close.
Yeah.
So it's quite exciting. I'm ready to. I don't know what games I'm gonna play, but I want to play some horror games.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like yeah, I think I'm on the same. I think I definitely want to finish Louise Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Um for sure.
It's
And
been about a
then
year since it came out.
yeah, and then I don't know, I'm on your page. I want to find something. I just watched the trailer for the story trailer for the Medium today.
I was just gonna
Man, that
bring
game
that
looks
up.
so creepy.
Yeah,
Um,
I really would love to play that like mid-October, but obviously it's
yeah.
not
Have we
coming out till
seen
then.
like any gameplay of that so far?
Not really. I don't think there's been any actual gameplay.
I'm really hoping it's like Resident Evil style or Evil Within kind of, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know if there's shooting in it at all. I don't know. They haven't
I
really gone into super detail about it.
Well, it's Bloober Team, and they really haven't done much first-person shooting. It's all been kind of
Yeah,
walking or running away. So
I'm okay with that.
yeah, yeah, especially if it's coming to Game Pass. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, my name is Harrison, and this is my brother Nick.
sorry,
Sorry, we're
bro.
like I'm running on like a 8-year-old Mac at this point, and it for whatever reason decided to not load any apps.
Mm-hmm.
So like I tried restarting twice, and then I don't know what's going on, but I'm in dire need of a new computer. But that Series X is on the way, so gotta have that too.
Yeah, yeah, gotta have that. But nonetheless, we persevere. We
We
continue
did.
on.
Which, speaking of the Series X, I got kind of nervous because I pre-ordered it from Target, and I guess I didn't realize, but it holds the money like on your card for like a day or so, I guess, to show that you have the money or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took it off of it because I saw it and I was like, oh God, did they like reverse my order? And then I found the link or whatever within my email, and they said, no, this is what we do.
Okay.
We held onto your card for a day or so, and then once the order ships, much like Amazon, then that's what you'll be charged. I was like, sweet, okay.
Yeah. So mine's through Microsoft. So I haven't, aside from my confirmation email, I haven't had any other trouble or anything like that. I kind of want to change my payment plan to all access, but I don't know if I can at this point because I was in such a scramble just to
Yeah,
pre-order it as quick as possible. I didn't even think about trying to do that.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Now that I'm thinking about that, that would be cool. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, I guess since I'm getting it from Target, I can't. But
Yeah.
oh well. I mean, I've got the extra cash set aside for this very reason. So
Been saving up.
yep, been saving up, and then of course Game Pass. Like you don't really have to shovel out a bunch of money right at the beginning with a bunch of other games. So I mean, it is what it is.
Could be worse. Could be
Yeah,
worse. You could be paying $800 for a console and a few games.
yeah, exactly.
So
So Dick, how was your week this week?
my week's been good. It's been good. I'm trying to think of what happened.
It's
Everything,
all a blur.
yeah, it's all a blur still. But yeah, I got the Xbox pre-ordered. That was a frenzy, and we can talk about that in a bit. So that was fun.
Yeah,
Um, and then just had a pretty relaxing weekend. Saw some friends before they moved to Seattle. Man, all of our friends are moving out of DC.
really? Just
Yeah, they're all just going other places. DC's weird because no one really grows up here,
yeah,
and I feel like everyone just comes here for a few years and then dips out and goes to, I don't know, West Coast or New York or something like that.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Hmm.
I also found out that I did some digging in my apartment complex, and the starting rent or the base rent for people who are just not renting
Mm-hmm.
or will be soon is a lot lower than what we're paying right now.
Really?
So yeah, which is kind of unprecedented, right? Because normally it's just rent is going up for
Yeah.
apartments. So I emailed him and I was like, hey, like I'm interested in leasing again, like I'm renewing my lease, but I want to do it at market price and not at my current rate because that would be dumb.
Yeah.
Because
So
theoretically,
this is your apartment complex.
I looked at my apartment complex, the same floor,
I wonder
same
why
layout.
yours is so much higher.
Well, it was higher because we signed the lease back in February,
Yeah.
and then COVID happened, and now no one's wanting to move in. No one's coming to Arlington.
Right,
So
right,
that's why
yeah.
they reduced their prices. But they didn't
Yeah.
reduce ours because we signed a contract.
Huh. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's also kind of crappy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of stupid that I had to find out about this on my own, but I guess they wouldn't tell
No,
someone who
yeah,
already
they definitely
has
wouldn't.
a
They,
lease.
yeah, they wouldn't tell you.
Yeah. But how was your weekend? I heard you got away for a little bit.
Yeah, so it's me and my wife's Brittany's anniversary. Our first 1 year anniversary is actually today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But we got to celebrate over the weekend. We got to go to Autumn Creek Vineyard. It's kind of near our house. It's one of the places that Nick was looking at for his wedding.
Mhm.
And ironically enough, there was a wedding this weekend. So
Oh,
it
nice.
was cool, but like it also kind of sucked because um I mean we got there like after I got off about 3:30 on Friday.
Mhm.
Got the kids together, all that stuff, dropped the kids off. And then we got there about 5:30. So we had about 30 minutes to, to check in. We grabbed like 3 bottles of wine. And then they were doing like their
The
rehearsal dinner or whatever, rehearsal party, whatever you want to call it. So it's not like we felt not wanted there, but like it was kind of like, okay, you kind of gotta get out of here because there's a wedding going on, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
So then that night we kind of we got unpacked and stuff, and then we hit up this. We actually had to go to Virginia because there wasn't a lot of like local restaurants near where we were staying.
Mhm.
So we found like this Japanese restaurant, like hibachi and stuff like that, but like not the ones that kind of cook in front of you. So we ended up getting that. We got some really bomb sushi,
Oh, nice.
which was that's kind of what we wanted because I mean we were gonna have steaks the next night, but so we were trying to find something that was like relatively light or whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, we got some really good sushi, and it was weird because like it came out and like it came out as like one giant roll, and it was obviously like cut up like normal sushi, but it
Yeah.
was like smothered in sauce. So like Brittany's she's not very used to sushi. Like she's very new to it.
Okay.
She still won't eat like raw or anything. She just likes kind of likes what's it
Like the
called?
California roll.
Yeah, she likes that. And she likes uh the tempura shrimp.
Yeah.
Like basically fried shrimp, whatever. But yeah, the one we had was pretty good. It was like crab meat and had like jalapenos in it. It was like
Ooh,
spicy, but it was
nice.
really good. And even their wasabi was like not spicy at all, but like it
Mhm.
had like a good taste to it. So yeah, we did that Friday, and then we ended up going to like a local bar and hung out there and had some chats and some beers and stuff. And then we witnessed a bar fight. That was fun.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, yeah, I hadn't seen a bar fight in like over a year. This is great.
Was there a clear winner / loser in this bar fight, or I mean,
Well,
they're
so
both
like
losers, but
the details are kind of blurry. Not blurry, but I didn't really see the fight itself. All I
Mhm.
saw was like we were sitting like in a booth, and this guy like storms out the back deck and like storms out the door or whatever and pushes
Yeah.
it. I looked at Brittany. I was like, oh, there's a bar fight happening. So and then the next thing we know, like 5 minutes later, we turned around. They're like the same guy that walked out was like sitting down. He had like a really bad nosebleed, and the people were taking care of him. So I guess I don't know. I think he got like jumped by a few people. So I don't know, but it was still interesting. And then
Jeez.
Saturday we woke up and we had to go get a couple groceries and stuff like that, and we ended up going back to the same bar to grab like some like a couple like little appetizers and stuff.
Mhm.
Hung out there
Just
for a
another
little.
bar fight.
No, it was during the day. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was pretty chill. And which the bar itself was pretty chill. It was just that there's a couple people, but
Yeah.
we ended up hanging out there for a little bit and then coming back and grilling up some steaks and then yeah. But it kind of sucked because like the the room itself is like a hotel. Like you have to be out by like 11 the next day.
Mhm.
So it's like you get up and you're like rushed and you're kind of slightly hungover because you've been drinking the night before. So like
Yeah.
the last thing you want to do is like get up and clean and rush and stuff. But
And you want to sleep in too because you don't have the kids. And...
exactly. But yeah, it was a good time. We there were some new rooms that were built or like a new cabin. So it was really small compared to where we had stayed before, but they were super nice. I mean, I think that this is like the third week that they were open to the public.
Oh, wow.
So super nice. They didn't even have like cable or Wi-Fi yet, which kind of sucked. But we ended up getting like some cards and stuff and hung out. But yeah, it was good. Other than that, just what was it, Tuesday when
Pre-orders?
pre-orders went up? And
Yeah, Tuesday morning.
do you want to go ahead and talk about that before we jump into games?
Yes, let's. I mean, that's kind of the elephant in the room, right? Is this debacle that was the Xbox pre-orders?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm of two minds. Like with the PS5, like nobody knew when the pre-orders are gonna go live. Like they had the conference, and then it was just like the next day or that day or something. I think it was Walmart that might have broke street date for the pre-orders, which caused kind of like the whole debacle of the PS5. But at least with Xbox, everyone knew the exact day that it was gonna happen on the 22nd. But yeah, it still didn't matter. It was still a nightmare to get a copy.
And I'm thinking now that's the problem. Well, it's not the problem, but it was the cause of all the traffic because everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody knew. I mean, I think Best Buy was late. Like they didn't.
They were
I
an
never.
hour late.
Yeah, I never once saw them available. And then finally, I was able to get into Target, and after like 30 tries of getting it in my box and then paying, and they were like, "Nope, this item's no longer available," and then it would go back available. Yeah, it was a nightmare. But I mean, we both snagged our pre-order, so I mean, we won.
Yeah, you got yours before I did because I saw your text, and then you told me to go to Target, and I was still like hanging on to Microsoft because I had it in the cart, and I would go to update my address because I had updated it, but it didn't register in there.
Yeah,
I updated my address, and then it took forever to load, and then I put in my payment information, and it took forever to load again. So I was just like sitting there staring at the screen, waiting for it to load, as well as like going on Target and Walmart and Best Buy and Amazon. Even though Amazon's freaking useless.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, because you can't find it anywhere. But yeah, I finally got it on Microsoft, and
sweet.
It feels good, man. It feels good to be a part of next gen.
Yeah, I wasn't like I'm just, especially with Xbox, like I've been kind of, I mean, been talking about it. Like we really want the new Xbox, but we don't really know what's coming with it. There's like no like day one game that like I have to have, right? So but now that I have it and it's pre-order, I'm like super hyped. I'm just ready to jump in and just see what the OS looks like and just everything.
And then of course the news of Xbox buying Bethesda was that just kind of pushed it over the edge for me.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty on the fence, and I really, 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 really want Demon's Souls, of course, because that game looks absolutely incredible. But I also want to play games for free. Well,
yeah, exactly.
I also don't want to pay $60 for games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's really, especially the last couple of years, it's really, and I want to support developers and stuff like that because I know games are expensive, but it gets harder and harder to like justify paying $60 per game versus wait for it to come to Game Pass or whatever might have you. But yeah, I mean, after that Bethesda announcement, and I mean, it's all but guaranteed that anything from Bethesda is going to be exclusive to Xbox platform. It feels good, man. It feels good.
Yeah.
To be, to have that pre-order ready to go.
It feels just a calmness in my heart.
Yeah.
Now.
And then like we don't have it in our news, but um Doom Eternal's coming in October 1st, I think. Is it October 1st or 2nd? It's like the first week in October.
It's this Thursday actually.
This Thursday. Okay. So I
Yeah, so
mean like
October 1st.
I might wait and play that for the Series X. Just like I'm sure that thing will run like really nice on there. So yeah, I mean it's already one game that I've been wanting to play, but didn't want to pay $60 or whatever for.
Yeah.
So yeah, just adding value, man, to the system.
Already
Love it.
reaping the rewards.
Yeah,
Of
I
Game
feel like
Pass.
we're like it's just Xbox fanboys, but I mean I don't know.
It's
Just
less of a fanboy and more just I don't know, like you appreciate a good deal, and this is like
yeah,
a really good deal. If
yeah. It's just
PlayStation had something like this, then
yeah, it's
you know,
just it's just comfortability. So
yeah, just a couple of Xbox fanboys over here.
yeah, oh yeah. Um, anything else you want to add to like the pre-order debacle?
Um, Nothing much. I'm still pseudo looking, just checking every once in a while to see if
For the PS5s?
PS5 pre-orders are up.
Yeah, I think they'll kind of like trickle in with
Yeah,
different companies and stuff.
but I don't
But
know. I feel bad for only wanting a PS5 for Demon Souls, and then everything else I would just play on Xbox. But
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
hoping Demon Souls is a timed exclusive, and that it'll eventually come to Xbox. But I'm not sure it will.
yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and dive into what we've been playing. I don't know about you, but I really haven't played that much. Actually, I haven't played anything except Mario.
Yeah, I got all 120 stars in Mario 64.
Nice. So, did you have to do the coins for every level?
Yeah, including
Okay.
Rainbow Ride, Rainbow
Yeah.
Road.
Yeah, I just got to that level today. Well, not just got to. I've been at that level, but I'd never actually gone into it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get everything, but I've gotten everything except for Rainbow Road.
100 coins and everything.
Well, not 100 coins. I still got to do that.
Okay,
But I've
it's not that bad.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be super hard. But little tidbit at the end of the show, we're going to rank our top 5 favorite Mario levels. So look forward to that here in a little bit.
Yeah, might even do like a bottom 3.
Oh yeah, but
I have a few that oof.
Mario, man, it doesn't hold up as it just doesn't hold up. I really do enjoy it. Like nostalgia wise, it's been awesome,
Mm-hmm.
and for the most part, I've enjoyed playing it. But like we talked about last week, the camera sucks.
Oh yeah.
I think the levels. I mean, I really wish they would have just done like a proper remake of this game. I think this game really needs it more so than Sunshine and uh, Galaxy. I mean, Galaxy's pretty good by
Sunshine
itself.
arguably doesn't need it because it looks
No,
great.
yeah, I wouldn't say it. It looks fantastic, like on the TV. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 64 can it could definitely use a nice polish to it, just or at least give us a better camera because that thing is. I've died so many times because that camera has just been trash.
Yeah, I don't like how it automatically adjusts, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you're going around a corner or walking or trying to walk in a straight line, and the camera will just automatically move over.
Yeah, and like Mario himself, when you do like a 180, he like does like a weird like he'll walk, he'll walk while he's doing. He doesn't just flip around.
It's not a seamless 180. Well,
Yeah,
sometimes he does when you're like
sometimes he
standing
does, but
still.
more often than not, he's just not. Like I've died so many times just
Yeah,
because of that right there. So
I will say that I wasn't as fond of it when I beat it and got the 70-star run. But
mm,
when I went back and got the remaining stars, did the 100 coins, I don't know why, but I guess it was me getting used to the camera and the mechanics and everything, and
yeah,
I liked it a lot more. Like I was dying a lot on Rainbow Road or Rainbow Ride. Is that what it's called?
yeah, Rainbow Ride.
Okay, yeah. I was dying a lot on Rainbow Ride and like TikTok Clock, but I wasn't getting upset about it because they were just fun to platform around
Mm-hmm.
once you got used to it. So I definitely liked it more after getting all 120 stars.
So let me ask you a question. Do you know the trick with TikTok?
About stopping the clock at
Yeah.
midnight. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I used that for a few of the stars, but then I realized I needed some sort of movement to be able to get the rest of them.
Nah, you don't.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm specifically talking about like the one where you do, it's like stomp on thwomp or whatever.
You don't need.
No, you can do like the super jump or whatever and make it across, and then you could do a triple jump on the edge, and then uh deflect off of the edge and jump on to the platform where thwomp is, and then you can just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see. I fell off and I was under the platform and I was trying to jump off the wall and get up, but I couldn't.
Yeah, you have to do like a somersault, and then you have to jump off like the top of the top of the little the hill, whatever, the incline.
You can't run up the hill.
Mm-mm.
You have to scale the hill.
Yeah. Well, you have to do the three jump, a somersault on the flat ground, jump over the hill, and
Land.
then try to hit like the wall, and then bounce off the wall.
Okay, that could have saved me some time because on the way back up, I fell off again. And
Yeah, because like I tried one time with everything moving, and then I was like, hell to the no, I'm not doing this.
well, were you? Did you stop it before 3? Because it'll be pretty slow until you get to 3, and then it'll speed up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So it changes speed as well as
Oh, that's
stopping
cool.
on 12. Yeah.
Okay,
So like
that's pretty cool.
if you're like past 6, I think it goes really fast. And I tried that. And I was like, oh my god, like how does anyone do this? And then I put it below 3,
Okay,
and
cool.
it was fine. It was
Oh, that's pretty
totally
cool.
manageable.
But there's so many secrets in this game that are pretty cool. Um, like
Yeah.
I know like on Bomb Bomb Battlefield, when you that's the name, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Bomb Bomb Battlefield. Like, do you know like the first little crevice where the cannonballs or the big giant balls are coming down the hill, and if you jump into it and stop, it'll warp you.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about that until
yeah,
I accidentally did it at the one at the top and warped me down to the bottom.
yeah. It's pretty stuff like that was like stuff I just remembered that was like pretty hit me in the nostalgia feels pretty hard.
Yeah, a
So
lot of cool secrets. And then for wet dry world, depending on how high you jump into the picture,
yep,
that's where the water level will be. That's really
yeah,
cool. Like yeah, a lot of like I man. So I've been playing Super Mario Sunshine now that I've finished 64.
yeah,
I'm just imagining like obviously I didn't play Mario 64 when it came out because I was 1 years old,
yeah,
and then I didn't play a lot of Sunshine because I just watched you play it.
yeah,
But I couldn't imagine playing Sunshine as a direct sequel to 64 because of how just mechanically different that game is. Like, what the hell, man? It's so weird that they went from Mario 64 to Mario Sunshine. Like
yeah. I mean, you
building
went from a
FLUDD.
you went from like and granted, I mean, Sunshine came out in 2003, I think, was it? Something like
2002
that.
or 2003.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you have one that's just like a pure platformer, and this one's like, I mean, you've got the water aspect. So it's, I mean, it's cool that they did something so different. Um, I mean, it's kind of like going from, and I guess credit to Nintendo because I mean, going from like Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask. I mean, they could have did something like that again, but they went to Wind Waker, which
Hmm.
was pretty different than the previous two games. So
Yeah.
I mean, good
Always
on
changing it
Nintendo
up.
for taking chances with their their IPs. So
And then the next mainline Mario game being Mario Galaxy, like,
yeah, I mean they've all been super different and just
yeah.
had cool mechanics.
Sunshine, I don't know if I'm loving it so far.
Mm,
I feel like there's a lot of like samey mechanics. Like you're constantly chasing Shadow Mario
yeah,
or whatever his name is. You're constantly fighting those piranha goop monsters,
mm,
piranha plant goop monsters. Uh, I don't know what else I don't like about it, but some of the I don't know some of the platforms a little unforgiving.
yeah. Especially on those ones where you get your or flood taken away from you.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just like some really hard platforming levels. I haven't played too much of Sunshine yet. I've played a little bit with Kellen.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Galaxy. I've been really just trying to push through 64. So I'm at like 90 stars now, so I'm pretty close to being finished.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty close.
Yeah. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, that's been it. That's all I've played.
Nice. Well, man, you know me. I'm a big roguelike connoisseur now, so I had to pick up Hades,
Of course. How is
and
it?
it's really really good. I haven't played too much of it. I've probably done, you know, 8 runs so far,
Yeah,
but I love the progression in the game. Like even if you die in a run, you feel like you're still progressing a lot.
that's that's good because that's one thing I don't like about roguelikes. I just,
Mm,
especially like if you're not progressing towards something, and it's just more of like a,
yeah.
okay, I'm getting used to this run. I'm getting used to the game mechanics, blah blah blah. I'll do
Mhm.
better next time. I don't really like that. I like pushing towards some sort of RPG mechanic or
Yeah.
some stats or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I'd say it does it more so than like Dead Cells does.
Mm.
Like Dead Cells, you have some upgrades you can get, but it's a little tricky to get them, right? Because you
Yeah,
have to get the orbs by killing bosses. So you at least have to be somewhat skilled at the game
yeah. I think
to.
that's why I fell off Dead Cells. Is because I just felt like some runs didn't matter, and I
Mhm.
just feel like I was kind of wasting my time sometimes. So
You could just kind of get screwed by
yeah,
by the weapons you got or the items you got. With this one, you choose between a few weapons that you start out with, and then you'll go through rooms and fight enemies. And you can choose between different rooms. You can choose between like a boss room, or choose between a room that will net you some coins, or
mm.
net you some other items. But it's really really good. I've only made it past the first boss one time, and that was hard. Like it's a difficult game, but it's one of those games where you learn how to get better, and at the same time you're getting like upgrades. Like you get your max health increased,
Right.
you get more dashes that you can use at once. It's like stuff that's actually useful, and not just kind of random upgrades that may be beneficial to
Mm.
you. And then at the same time, the dialogue's really good in the game. Like you're talking to all these gods, essentially, like Poseidon, and Hades obviously is your dad. And one thing that's really cool is like, so normally with a roguelike, you kind of start over, and that's it. But this game, the characters you talk to remember or know what you did in the last run, so they'll know if you made it to a boss. They'll know if you died. Even if you fight a boss again, that boss will know that you died to it last time, or you beat it last time, or something like that. So there's just a lot of like unique dialogue in the game that's pretty captivating for a roguelike, which is pretty
Yeah,
unexpected.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I would recommend it. I think it's in my like top 3 roguelikes, being this one, Dead Cells, and Slay the Spire. I think
Hmm.
that's like the 3 best roguelikes in my opinion. And 3 of the only roguelikes that I've played. So
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I
hey, I
played
mean,
I
those
played
are good
Binding of
ones.
Isaac and
Yeah,
First
Binding of
Order.
Isaac, I just could not get into.
I couldn't either. I don't know why. It's like a Zelda type game, but that one's just unforgiving, and
Yeah, it's
unlocking
unforgiving, and you,
stuff
you
was
don't
a
save
chore.
anything, right? I mean, nothing saves.
You can unlock characters, but I think you have to do so by getting really far into the
Yeah,
game. So I don't
yeah.
know.
Eh,
Yeah,
not my,
I've played
not my.
I've played a few roguelikes. I just haven't been able to get into a lot of the ones that don't net you any experience or progression when you die.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Um, I think it's like $25 now. It was $20 back during release week.
Okay.
But yeah, it's also from the makers of Bastion and Transistor,
So
Super
good
Giant
developer.
games. Yeah, good developer. Bastion, I played on my iPod Touch.
Yeah, I've played Bastion on the 360. I've played it on my iPad,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've played it on the Switch. So I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
That's about it. That's all I've been playing.
Calamity. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the news. So obviously we talked about a little bit earlier the Xbox Series X pre-orders, all that good
Mm.
stuff. Hopefully you were able to grab um, that, and hopefully you had some good luck with grabbing whichever console that you preferred,
Yep.
because it was definitely a little because I mean you texted me and you were like Godspeed, and then like it just happened, and then like I was like 10-15 minutes before I finally got one, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so intense
Yeah,
for no
my
reason.
heart was racing. Like, man, what a privileged thing to stress out about.
Yeah, like I got it, and I got the confirmation. Then I walked out of the game room, and I was just like, yes. And Brittany turned around, she's like, what? And I was like, I got the Xbox.
Alicia kept like nervously walking over, and she was like, "Did you get it?
Did you get it?
Did you get it?"
Eh?
Like, no, I had to switch over to my computer at one point. I was just on my phone.
Yeah,
trying to
I
do
did
it.
too. I as soon as I got like on lunch break or whatever, I went straight to my computer and I was like, I got to do this here.
Yeah, it's so much easier to switch between tabs.
Yeah.
You need like 5 different tabs open to
Oh yeah.
pre-order
Yeah, I
one
had
of
Target,
those.
Best Buy opened up at one time, Walmart. So whatever. But
We
yeah,
got 'em.
Amazon announced a service called Amazon Luna, and this is
Comes out of
kind of
nowhere.
like their competition to Stadia.
Yeah,
So 1080p, 60 frames per second. I think
$6 a
there's
month.
like a certain criteria you have to have for internet speed in order to
It's 10 down.
10 megabytes a
10.
second.
Yep.
And right now it's currently you have to sign up for it, and then if you get if they I don't know, it's kind of like signing up for like a early access or something like that.
Yep.
They have to invite you in order to get through, and I think you have to purchase the controller, which is $50.
Yeah, $50 right now, and then it increases to $60.
Okay, and it's like almost identical to a Nintendo Switch controller.
It's like a purple Switch Pro
It looks
controller.
awesome. Like I
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
so yeah, I went ahead and signed up for it, and if I get an
Me too.
invite, I'll try it. I'll get that controller. It's what, $6 a month, I think.
$6 a month, and you don't have to pay for games.
See, they're doing the right way. I
Yes,
just
Stadia is doing the dumb way.
I think Amazon looked at Stadia, and then they're looking at Xbox and their Game Pass and seen the success that it's had and went that route, because that just makes so much sense. Like I'll pay $6 a month, play any games on the service, and then if I decide to cancel, then obviously I don't get those games anymore. So
Yeah,
it just makes sense to me.
and they claim there will be more than 100 games at launch. Some of the ones they mentioned were Abzu, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Control, Iconoclasts, Grid, Panzer Dragon Remake, RE7, The Surge 2, Ukulele, and The Impossible Lair.
Cool. So some
So
pretty
yeah, I
good
mean,
stuff.
pretty good.
Decent
Yeah,
stuff.
like I see a couple of games on there that I would want to play, and I think would be worth paying $6 for, or $66, I guess, for the
Yeah.
controller as well. But you can also use your Xbox One or PS4 controller if you want to as well.
Yep. If it works with Android, Apple devices at launch
Yeah.
or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Considering Stadia, I still don't think works on. Does it work on iPhone now? I think it might now.
It might now. I know
it was just for their uh, the Chromecast devices at first. So
still waiting for xCloud to come to iOS.
yeah, it's so weird that it comes to Android first.
Well, it's because Apple is like there's so much red tape.
Yeah, that is true.
Devices.
That is very true. But yeah, it looks interesting. It looks like a pretty good service that I'm hopefully getting an invite for. But I will definitely check it out in the future once it comes available to everybody, because it looks cool.
The anti-big corporation part of me doesn't want this to take off, and I still want Stadia and xCloud to exist.
Yeah.
Amazon, God, they have a foot in every market now. It's just so annoying. Like I'm at a point where I kind of feel bad ordering so much stuff from Amazon, because I know that I could just be getting it from like, I don't know, like a local retailer. Like this weekend, for example, I wanted to buy some hiking shoes, and we went to Dick's and REI, and they didn't have any. Like they didn't have the ones that I wanted, but I looked on Amazon and they had them, and it was 2-day shipping, and they were discounted. So I was like, They just make it way too easy.
Yeah, I mean we've got an Amazon plant or factory, whatever, like right near our house. So
Mm.
I mean, we can get stuff within a day, 2 days tops. It's usually way cheaper. I mean, it sucks because yeah, you want to support your local mom and pops or your local retailers, I guess. But yeah, it's just so convenient to just
We live in a world of convenience.
yeah. So, but yeah, they do literally have their hands in so many different markets. It's insane.
Yeah, and
So
I believe they talked about doing this for a while.
yeah,
So it's yeah, it makes
yeah.
sense that we're
And then on
seeing
top of that, if you're into that Amazon Echo family, they announced a whole bunch of other products too.
it. Mhm.
So, but yeah, you want to read the next one, Nick?
Yeah, so the Nintendo 3DS has been discontinued.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, you son of a gun.
It makes sense. I mean, the Switch has done so well the last 3 years now. So
Mm.
yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to let it go. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think they're. I mean, I'm sure there's companies making games for it still, but Nintendo's moved on and hasn't made a game in a while for it.
Thank
So
God they've moved on. I remember that kind of weird gap, or those 1.5 years, 2 years of
mm,
um, instances where they were still bringing games to the 3DS that could have easily been on Switch
yeah,
instead. Like I'll never forgive them for putting Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS instead of just putting it on the Switch.
that doesn't make sense to me. But whatever.
That was the last game I played on the 3DS.
But yeah, 3DS was a fantastic system. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, if you could find one, I mean, I'm sure you could find them pretty cheap now. I would definitely recommend just picking one up and playing some games on it. Play any like the Mario, Zeldas, Fire Emblems, any stuff like that. Because there's such an incredible backlog
So many good games.
if you never dived in, and then you could play your your DS games on there too. So I mean, there's just literally thousands of games that you could play on there that are so good.
Yeah, one of the best libraries of games. I mean,
Oh yeah,
even for Zelda alone, you have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link Between Worlds. You can play all the DS Zeldas.
yeah.
I
Triforce
guess.
Series.
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking through some stuff earlier and I came across like some of the games and saw that and I was like, man, I kind of want to try it out again. But then I was like, I don't
Maybe if they put it on Switch.
know.
Yeah, 3DS had some really good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good system.
Terrible launch lineup, but it was it
What did they have for launch? I don't remember.
Street Fighter 4,
Oh God, I do remember that.
Pilot Wings, so I got both of those. And I liked Pilot Wings because it demoed the 3D pretty well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But Street Fighter, like I had never played a Street Fighter before, and that was just one of the only games that came out. And I don't know, that system was not worth it at launch because it was 300, and they quickly reduced the price and had that whole ambassador program where you got a few Game Boy Advance games and
What
Game
I
Boy
thought that
games.
was the DS, the original
No, that was
DS.
the 3DS because you got Minish Cap, F-Zero, Metroid Fusion.
But
Yeah,
didn't they do that for the DS too? Like the original DS Fat?
no, it was just a 3DS since they dropped the price by $50 within like 6 months.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Did you get one in that period or was
No,
no, you were
Brittany got me the purple one I have a few years later.
okay?
I think right around when
A Link Between Worlds?
no, it was Majora's Mask. I think right around that time.
Oh, wait, so you didn't have it for Ocarina of Time 3D?
I mean, I've got Ocarina of Time 3D and played it. I didn't get a 3DS at launch.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that was that time where you were more of a Xbox 360.
Yeah, you were always way more into the handhelds than I was.
Yeah, I was like
It
the
always took
Wii.
me a
I
while.
was the Wii and 3DS guy, and you were the 360 guy.
Yeah, but yeah, 3DS, good stuff, and
Mhm.
yeah,
R.I.P.
RIP. So Capcom is looking to bringing RE8 to current gen. I kind of assumed that this was already in the works. Like, I felt like they would want to push RE8 for current gen, and then this next gen be kind of pushed aside. But maybe they just want to move on, just because there's already so many PS4s and Xbox Ones out there. But I mean, granted, we don't know when the RE8 is coming out. I think we know it comes out next year sometime, but it's not exactly when.
That was early next year.
I think it might be. I think
Or
it
is
might
that
be.
just our speculation?
I think that's our speculation, but I think that's when it's going to come out. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, why not? I mean, focus your attention on the new consoles, but yeah, it makes total sense. I feel like anything within the next year is probably going to come to both generations. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, even Sony, like they're like Horizon's coming to PS4. I guarantee you, God of War's coming to PS4. I mean,
I don't know because they didn't mention that specifically.
maybe.
I think that. Okay, so I think Horizon will be first half of 2021, and then every game coming out then will be like will also come on PS4. But then God of War will probably be like a holiday.
Maybe that'll be like their big holiday push.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I don't know. It's hard to. I almost want them to just like put all of their manpower into God of War on PS5.
Yeah, same here.
As good as possible.
Well, it's funny because, I mean, Sony themselves are like, we believe in generations, and then here they are, releasing stuff cross-gen. So it's just funny to me.
They've been saying that for a while.
Their whole marketing for the PS5 has been terrible, like just horrible, in my opinion. From everything with Spider-Man, and like it's that nobody knew it was going to be a PS4 game as well, and now it's a PS5 game or both. Just their whole pre-order thing was weird. Like their whole early adopt, like if you were, I don't know how they called it, but like the Sony fans got early access to pre-orders. I don't know if that actually happened. It's just been weird. It's been very poor.
Kind of sporadic. And then also with Spider-Man, there's no version upgrade. So if you have Spider-Man on PS4, you can't upgrade it to the PS5 version unless you get the Ultimate Edition.
Well,
Miles Morales.
Yeah, if you get the Ultimate Edition, you essentially get Miles Morales and then Spider-Man. Because I mean, Spider-Man now is like $20, I think, so it's pretty cheap. So that, I guess that's kind of a deal.
But if you just want it on PS5,
that's the only way you can get it on the PS5. And I mean, even if you could upgrade to the PS5 from the PS4, you can't bring your saves over, so you have to start fresh anyways. So I mean, that sucks, but I don't know. It's weird. It's again, confusing. It's really confusing, and I just feel like it's anti-consumer and just anti-fan, because I mean, you want to bring your stuff to the new system. I don't know. It's just weird.
Not to get too Xbox fanboy, but I saw a pretty funny Twitter post by the UK Microsoft team or Xbox team.
Yeah,
and they're like, "This is a thread on how to upgrade your current gen games to next gen," and it was like step 1, buy the game. That was it, and then then you can just
step 1, plug it in or put the disc in or whatever.
Yeah,
and it works. Wow.
It really is clear, like, or the marketing for Xbox has been really clear.
Yeah, it's been pretty muddy. Very, very muddy. And then also with Resident Evil, it's supposed to be way more open than RE7. So more, they said it's heavily focused on exploration, which hell yeah. So which go ahead.
Which RE games have focused on exploration? Like 4? Has 4 been more exploratory than?
Yeah, I mean, there's not. I mean,
2 and 3 really aren't that much.
I mean, you could. I mean, you could argue you could wander the mansion and stuff if that's what they're considering exploration. Because even 7, I thought. I mean, if you wanted to pick apart every room or whatever, there's the option. But yeah, I mean but hey, more power to it, I guess.
Yeah, Open is nice.
Yeah. I don't know how much like I mean I don't know if I need it to be super open. I do enjoy like going to every room and stuff and getting all the ammo and stuff I can get, but um yeah, we'll see what they mean by that, or if it's or maybe if the environments are going to be bigger,
And
which
maybe it gives more room to experiment more with combat. Like I just don't. Yeah, it's kind of a vague sentiment to
I
get.
do hope the combat is better in 8, or there's more. I guess more enemy variety,
Oh yeah, I think there will
which
be
it looks like it
because
is, but so that's like the biggest
it's
gripe I had with 7 was like those
molded.
uh the molded were terrible to fight. They're super bullet spongy, and
Yeah,
it's got boring after a while.
yeah, it did get boring. Luckily, there weren't.
But there wasn't a ton of them.
Not a ton of them.
I mean, really, the latter. I mean, we always talk about the ship and the caves or whatever as like the worst part of the game, and that's kind of where you fight most of those things. So
Yeah, yeah, there isn't like the little spider-like creatures
yeah,
on the ship and the caves.
yep,
Ah,
yeah. I kind of want to go back and play 7 on Xbox, but we'll see.
yeah, I just replayed it on PS4, so I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play it on Xbox. It'd be, I
Might as
mean,
well.
it'd be like it's like an afternoon game, right? Because you can play through it so fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can blow through it if you
Yeah,
know where to go. You want to read the next story?
yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity got a pretty lengthy demo at Tokyo Game Show this weekend, and they showed off some new playable characters. One of them is Daruk, one of the 4 champions, and then the other one they showed was young Impa,
Yeah.
who's yeah.
Dude, this game looks so good, man.
Yeah, it looks really good. I
Yeah,
really
like
want to play as Daruk.
yeah, the engine. I mean, because the same engine as Hyrule or as Breath of the Wild, so it just looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're doing some good stuff with this game. It looks a hell of a lot better than Hyrule Warriors was,
Oh yeah, it's like night
I
and
like
day.
that one.
Yeah, so did I. I mean, for the most part, like I enjoyed playing through it once.
Mm.
Um, how about that ladle? That ladle you get?
Oh my god, sign me up.
Sign me up, bro.
That's why they lost because Link was using the ladle.
Exactly. I wonder if they're gonna do any sort of like special edition for this thing, like
That is a
statue.
special edition.
Oh, is that it? Is that what
No,
is
I'm
that?
just kidding.
Okay, the ladle edition. That's what I saw. Was like one of the comments was like, I don't know if you were like got like iffy on the game now, but now they've announced this ladle. Sign me up, baby.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in now.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if they did like some sort of like a statue with all 4 champions or something like
Ooh,
that.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm down. This is the day one game for me for sure. Looks real good. Looks real good.
This is kind of like what we've because I've really wanted to play as the 4 champions ever since Breath of the Wild came out.
Yeah.
And I thought they were gonna, dance with that idea with the DLC, but that didn't come to fruition. And then this is like the best of both worlds because you get to play as the champions, but you get to like just mow down enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
It looks super good. I can't wait.
Could you? I can't remember, but was there any Gorons in Hyrule Warriors? Like, did you play as any Goron? I know
Maybe
there were
the
1,000 characters by the end, but
maybe I don't remember the king's name, and from Ocarina of Time, uh, I can't remember his name. Maybe him.
let me try to look up a quick list.
Or do they have any sort of like
Oh yeah, you could. It was
Goron mask or something
Darunia.
from Majora's Mask?
Yeah, you could play as Darunia.
Dorinia, that's what his name was. Cool.
Yeah. Wow, you
Sweet.
could play as a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm still wondering what the playable characters are going to be in this one because obviously it's not going to be as many as Hyrule Warriors, but
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna, as serious as like I guess it looks. I think they're gonna have like a lot of silly characters and stuff like that too, as unlockables or something. Or after like the main game, after you beat the main game, like that's when you can start playing. Hopefully, it's got some really nice replayability to it.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Muso game.
You want to read the next one too?
Yep. So Xbox, yeah. So this actually happened today, but the Xbox Series X and Series. Actually, no, I think it was just Series X, but the performance embargo lifted,
Okay.
meaning YouTubers and reporters could talk about performance of the Series X. They
Sweet.
could only talk about it with current gen games. They couldn't talk about it with any next gen games, obviously.
Yeah.
But just comparing load times and frame rates to the like Xbox One X versions of it, it's kind of like night and day. Like everything was loading a lot faster, and games like Sekiro, which kind of notoriously, I wouldn't say notoriously, but didn't run great on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sat around like 37 FPS. It was running at a smooth 60 on the Series X.
Yeah, that's something I would definitely want to go back and try again.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. I mean, yeah. We're gonna be playing a lot of. I mean, at least I am gonna be playing some last gen games or whatever, or current gen right now. Very curious to seeing how Dragon Ball Z is gonna be running on. I mean, that's already runs like fantastic on the Xbox One, but getting into that game takes forever to load up everything. But once
Fighter Z or
fighters, yeah, fighters.
Okay.
But once you get into like the actual fighting, it's buttery. But yeah.
Okay.
Getting to the game itself,
it'll probably be a lot faster.
Yeah.
Whatever number it is, it'll probably be like a quarter of that or less, which is cool.
Last thing we have is Microsoft announced the pricing of the Seagate SSD solid state drive expansion proprietary thing. $220.
It's a lot.
That is more than I was hoping it was going to be. I knew that thing was going to be expensive as hell just because you throw the word proprietary in there, so they can charge whatever they want.
Yep.
It's going to be a different generation because I mean I got my 5 terabyte hard drive for $100 or less. I can't remember exactly how much it was. So I mean, and they're only one terabyte. We should mention.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm of two minds, obviously, with a lot of stuff with next gen, but so one, it sucks for I think for Series S people that pre-order this because I mean you're getting 512 gigabytes on the Series S. So all of a sudden your machine is looking at it like a $520.
Should have just gotten Series X.
Yeah. So, but also with Game Pass, I mean you can download games and delete them at will, and still save your save data. So yeah, I mean it does suck to have to constantly delete stuff over and over again. I've had that problem with my PS4. I had to delete so much stuff in order for The Last of Us 2 to be installed, but
oh my god, me too.
obviously, I mean, I don't play the PS4 that much, so it wasn't a huge deal. But Xbox, I've never had. Once I got my upgraded hard drive, I've never deleted anything since.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess maybe going forward, you'll have to, because I don't plan on buying this thing. Maybe if the price comes down at some point, which it might in a few years. Or maybe they'll announce like a 2 terabyte expansion and then the 1 terabyte will go down or something. That's probably my game plan, but I think I'm good for a while.
And you can still use your USB hard drive. You just can't. I don't think you can put current or you can't put next gen games on it.
Yep. You can use you can use it for last gen games, and run it off of that. But yeah.
Yeah, and we should say that we should note that like the proprietary card is that because it's acting as it's almost acting as an internal solid state drive.
Yeah.
So it's running it like it's running on like an internal drive in the Xbox.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot faster on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not compromising anything with owning a second one of those, so it's just as comparable as what's in the machine itself. So yeah, expensive. $220 is really expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
but
we see this with storage. It storage prices drop so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, look at like the PlayStation Vita. I mean, they were super expensive. at first, and then that pricing. Well, obviously it didn't sell well, but I mean that came down super fast. I mean stuff happens, stuff goes down.
Were those micro SDs? What did they? Or was it a proprietary storage?
Uh, it was proprietary.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was because it was super expensive.
But the storage wasn't that high, right? It was like 32, 64.
Yeah, it was like 32 gigabytes, but you're paying like $100 for it or something crazy.
Dang.
So, and then granted, we're in a different world than we were back then. So like,
Yeah.
there's so many like storage is so cheap now. You can get tons of storage for, very cheap. So
I mean, you could get a half a terabyte micro SD for around $100 now,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Crazy
Yep.
that much storage can fit on a tiny card.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, within a year or so or whatever, maybe this thing will come down and people can kind of jump in. But I mean, everyone's got their preferences and the way they prefer playing games. But I think with Game Pass and be able to kind of delete stuff and install it at will, is really enticing. And
Yeah,
you probably aren't going to need one of these things for a while, unless you just play a ton of games and you play a lot of games at once. I mean, maybe if you're playing like Halo, Gears, Call of Duty, where everything's over 100 gigabytes now.
Trifecta of storage space.
So maybe if you're just playing like multiplayer games, which for whatever reason are just insanely.
All those updates, man. All those patches.
Yeah. So yeah, I might get one down the road, but right now I think I'm good with the 1 terabyte for the Series X.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine for now.
So yeah, that is going to wrap up the news. Like we said at the top of the show, we are going to end it with a kind of ranking our favorite Mario levels from Mario 64, and maybe we'll do it for Sunshine and Galaxy, but Mario 64 our levels are they're really iconic, so we just wanted to kind of do those. We'll see.
Might do those in the future once we've gotten through those as well, but yeah, so I think right off the bat we should just go ahead and knock out the ones we hated.
Okay.
I don't know about you. All right, well, okay, let me read off the list. Just
Okay.
In order of appearance. So, number 1 is Bob-omb Battlefield. Number 2 is Thwomp's Fortress. Number 3 is Jolly Roger Bay. Number 4, Cool Cool Mountain. 5 is Big Boo's Haunt. 6 is Hazy Maze Cave. 7 is Lethal Lava Land. 8 is Shifting Sandland. 9 is Dire Docks. Sorry. 10 is Snowman's Land. 11, Wet Dry World. 12, Tall Mountain. 13, Tiny Huge Island. 14 is TikTok Clock. And then 15 is Rainbow Ride. And I didn't include like the secret levels as well as the Bowser levels.
Yeah.
I think those are
they're different. They're not like set courses.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to just kind of knock them off. Let's have fun with it. Let's knock the stuff off we hate.
Okay.
And then we'll once we get down to like, let's start with like get to the top 10 and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. So, and we'll you go first. What do you want to knock off here?
I would be perfectly fine with knocking off Dire Docks. So I don't know if
Fire Dire Docks.
Dire Docks. It's the water-based level that you start underwater, and you go through like a kind of a corridor room, and then you get to a ship area that's also underwater.
Why am I blanking on this one?
I can. Oh shoot! I had a link up that I could have sent you.
You know what? Is this the one?
It's the one that has Bowser's ship.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, this one, yes, because that freaking manta ray part where you have to swim through those freaking rings, I hated that so much. That was that level, right?
Wait, the manta ray part?
Yeah, there's like a manta ray that comes out, and it's like it produces like these water rings, and you have to swim through them.
In the first area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that part.
Yep.
Yeah, because you had to do like 5 in a row, and it was really annoying.
Wow, I kind of did that. That
Really?
one wasn't a problem for me.
That was like the only part of that level that I didn't like, for the most part. And the stupid chest too, though that was annoying.
The chest.
Like it's like one of the first stars. It's like you open the chest, but you have to open them up in a specific order or something like
Oh, and
that.
you have to do it without getting sucked into the
Yeah, the little
whirlpool.
whirlpool, whatever.
So there's a reason in particular why I hate this level so much. But
Okay.
when you do the 100 coin run, there are approximately 103 coins on the map,
Oh god.
maybe a little bit less.
Okay.
Getting all of them in the first area, whatever, not too bad. You get like 30 something
Does this
there.
include red coins too?
It includes red coins, so you have to go to the
Okay.
red coins again. That's a pain in the ass because it's very slow. You have to go on those moving
Mm-hmm.
poles and jump between
Yeah.
them. And then the last coins, and I don't recommend doing these last, but the last coins are right under the giant black corridor that sucks you out to the outside of the castle.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And in order to get the coins, you have to get the metal suit. You have to go down. You have to get right under it, and then you have to jump and grab the coins. The
Yeah.
only problem is if those are your last coins, and the star appears, your metal cap is going to disappear, and you're going to turn to regular Mario, and then you're going to get sucked out.
Oh god, that sucks. It happened to you?
It happened to me 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we'll preference this, and I have not done any of the coin challenges. So
Yeah,
my
it has shifted my opinion
yeah,
for the
my
better and for the
opinion
worse for some.
is purely for the stars and the overall just kind of enjoyment of the platforming and stuff.
Okay,
But yeah,
I'll
we
try
could
to
take
stick to
that
the
one off.
stars as well.
We can take that one off because I pretty much any of the water levels I hated.
Okay,
Uh,
so should we just take off Jolly Roger Bay too, or do you want to leave that one on?
let's
That
hold on.
one's okay.
Let's hold on to that one. Let me do one now. Snowman's Land can go.
What? Really? Snowman's Land? I mean, it's not like I wouldn't say it's top 5, but
The reason why I hated this so much is because
Resident
other than the coin, like everything was pretty easy.
the
Going to
glowy guy.
yes, and like they're dicks, man. Like the penguins movement is such like it's
Yeah.
such a just like middle finger to the player, and I did not feel like I hated Miyamoto for like about 15 minutes, and I was like, okay. And then after I got it, because even at like the last bit, he does like a little jump back or whatever,
Yep.
and the movement is just not good to be
It's
able
not
to
good enough to be able to do that.
yeah. So yeah, that part kind of pissed me off a
And that's one
lot.
of the first stars, right?
Yeah, I think it's the first star.
Okay.
So yeah, that put a really sour taste in my mouth with this level,
And
and
you don't have the cannon at that point, so you can't just shoot back
yeah,
to the bottom of that base. So you have to go all the way around.
yeah, you had to jump
Yeah.
over like that wave of snow. We can leave it on if you
No, no,
enjoy
no.
it.
That
Okay,
and that alone, like having having a first star of a map be that annoying is that's kind of tough.
yeah,
So let's take it off. There are a lot more better levels in Snowman's Land, I think.
yeah.
Okay. So I think I have one. All right. So okay. Hazy Maze Cave.
Okay,
I don't know how you felt about this one, but it just felt weird and like it felt like a Zelda level, like a Zelda dungeon, except not as fun. Like I hated getting the red coins
yeah, okay, yep,
because it was just so slow
yeah,
and you
yeah,
can't control it. You can't control how slow it is. I didn't like the maze area where you were just getting the Metal Mario and avoiding the poison.
yeah.
Um, the only I don't even know what good things there were about it. Like I liked the kind of the water area where you had the creature that you got on its head and you could control where it went.
Oh yeah, like the Loch Ness monster looking thing.
Yeah, the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, that was a cool like. It almost felt like a kind of a secret
Yeah,
to get to there. But yeah, the level is very convoluted and like you kind of didn't know where to go. Like you felt
Mhm.
lost a lot. even though, I mean, it wasn't it's not these levels aren't huge, but yeah, I agree with you. It was just kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't, I wasn't vibing with that level.
Yeah. Some of the stars were okay, but none of them stuck out. And then getting 100 coins sucked on that one.
Yeah.
Because you just couldn't find them. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of this stuff, I just started looking YouTube videos for it, just because like I just didn't feel like messing with them too much.
yeah, same here.
Like
I
if
really
I
like
if
that
I
stuff.
didn't, if it wasn't like super clear to me, or if I couldn't, if I it took me a couple tries, I was like, let me just YouTube it.
Yeah.
So
All right. What do you think should go?
we're down to 12, right?
Yep.
Okay. Shifting Sandland can eat a bag of wieners for all I care. I hated that level so much.
What do you not like about it?
Uh,
Sand?
so I mean, yeah, there were so many times where I fell into the sand, like the quicksand or whatever.
Mhm.
I didn't like getting the flying cap and flying around and having to like ground pound those pillars.
Yeah, that
Um,
was dumb.
I didn't
That
like
was
that. I didn't like getting the red coins. Uh,
I liked
yeah,
everything that
my
happened inside of the pyramid.
my hat is still gone. I haven't gotten that back. Which, whatever. It doesn't matter if you have it or not.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't like the inside of the pyramid either.
You didn't. Wow.
No,
Why?
I did not like. So I liked. Well, no, I didn't like it. I didn't like anything in that thing.
I like the platform in the pyramid.
Like getting the. I think it was like the secret where you have to go to the very top and then you have to fall off and land on those little floating platforms.
Mhm.
Pissed me off because the camera was terrible. I almost like I kind of felt bad for Kellen because he was like watching and I was starting to like get mad and yell. And
Yeah.
like it was like I was like just wanted to throw my controller, so I was like I'm done with it. Of course, I ended up beating it eventually, but
Did you have Kellen do it for you?
and no, which is, I feel bad because like he really wants to play it, but that game is just too hard
Yeah,
for him to play.
it's no Mario Odyssey. It's
Yeah, it's way too hard for him to play. I think he has like 2 or 3 stars, and I think I've gotten those for him.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I didn't like this level.
We can take it off.
I mean, if you loved it, I mean, we can keep it on. If it's your top 5,
No,
we can argue it.
I don't think it's top 5.
I mean, so what did you like about it? What did you like about it?
I like the inside of the pyramid. I thought the boss fight was pretty cool. Just because there aren't a lot of boss fights in 64
Yeah.
aside from like Bob on Battlefield, Dwan's Fortress.
Now you're talking about the boss fight with the hands or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I did fall off once and had to
That
restart
that
the
was
level,
cool.
but
Yeah. I did not die. So maybe if I did die, like my impressions of that boss fight would have been more annoying.
yeah.
But yeah, I beat him my first try. So yeah, that boss fight was cool. I enjoyed that.
Yep. And then yeah, I liked platforming up. And then lastly, getting 100 coins wasn't too bad on this one.
Yeah, I'm really gonna see how like my opinion changes for these levels once I'm
It
doing
really
that.
does change like a lot. Like I was fine with I was completely fine with Dire Docks until I went back for the 100 coins. I was like, I hate underwater levels so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can take that one off.
Okay.
We're getting down to some good ones now.
How do you feel about Tiny Huge Island? I didn't love this level. Did you like it? I just felt like there was a lot of stuff that was kind of pointless with it. And then like, I mean, there's a lot of areas like I did like the fact that you could jump between the two sides of the picture and like you would start off tiny or you start off big. Maybe I did like this level. I don't know.
See, mechanically it's really cool, right?
It is. It's so much different than everything else. Maybe this one stays. Let's go back to that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It had some good gimmicks to it, and I don't think the level was designed very well from a platforming standpoint.
No, it was not.
Like it's kind of garbage, right?
Yeah.
For like a level.
Yeah.
But
It's just
idea was really cool.
it was interesting.
Yeah, and then when you're big, like going in, finding all the holes that you can't get into, and like finding the 5 secrets.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
This level, I don't know if I ever played this level back in the day, because I definitely didn't beat Mario 64 as a kid. because I think it was just too hard.
I didn't play this one as a kid.
So I don't
played it
think
with
I
you guys.
played this level. I just didn't remember it as a kid because I mean, all the other levels I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Um,
See, I don't remember this one or Tall Mountain from playing as a kid, but I
I'm
remember
gonna
everything else.
I'm gonna have to look up Tall Mountain real quick.
See, it's like that one's like slightly forgivable.
Tall Mountain. I don't think I haven't played this one yet.
You skipped this one?
Yeah,
That's okay. I did too when I first.
where's
when
it
I first
at?
It's on the second floor,
Okay,
and it's just in one of the paintings.
yeah, I haven't played this one yet.
Oh no. Well, that's 6 coins right there, or that's 6 stars right there.
Yeah. Dang. Okay.
Well,
Well,
that makes sense, right? Because you're at 90 stars and you've gone
yeah.
through 13 of them.
And I think I've gotten all the secret stars in the castle. Like I've gotten the 4 from the toads. I did the wing cap, obviously, which God, that one was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that sucked.
The red coin one, that one just sucked because you have to do it perfectly. Like once you start, there's no jumping back up and flying.
Yeah.
At least not that I could do. I've
Did
gotten
you do the other wing cap one?
Yep, I got the other cap. That one was pretty. I like that level where you start sliding down the hill.
Oh, the metal cap.
The metal cap one.
Yeah.
No, the invisible cap. It was the invisible cap one. It's like you start off at the top and you slide down. That one was really cool. And the metal cap one was pretty cool too. I mean, it was pretty easy. Like you just got the metal cap and just went down to the water and got the coins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
Well, we can take that one off because you haven't played it.
Tall Top Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, and then there were 10.
All right, I'm gonna have to look up Wet Dry World again too.
That's the one where you can change the water levels.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
And then it has that secret area with the sunken city.
Yeah, I never did that as a kid either.
Yeah.
Because I just did the trick where you jump super high into the frame and then you can just kind of jump right over into the cage.
Wait, what?
If you jump because depending on where you jump in the picture frame, that's where the water level starts when you start to level off. But if you jump at the highest point in the frame that you can, if you swim over to where the barrier is, you can jump over it.
Oh, I just cannoned in.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do that. If you jump,
that's cool.
If you backflip into it, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
I mean, do you want to get rid of Rainbow Ride?
Whoa.
Did you like that one?
I mean, it's okay. No, shoot. Let me get my mental 5 real quick. I don't know, man. Rainbow Ride's pretty good. I know it sucks, but
I mean, I haven't beaten it yet, so I've gotten 3
modes.
stars, and it's.
Have you liked it?
I haven't hated it. I mean, everything's like right there, so you can kind of get to stuff quickly. Like I like doing the 8 coins, like in that little maze or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Super easy, but fun. We'll keep it on there.
Let's keep.
TikTok clock.
I love this one.
Do you really?
I love it. Yeah.
Do you really?
I really like it.
I don't know, man. It is like a good platforming level.
Yeah,
like
it's just like solid platforming.
Yeah. We're getting to the tough ones, man. How do you feel about Cool Mountain? I mean, the slide with the penguin is so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, I didn't love it. I just didn't love.
I hated the red coins.
The red coins sucked. I hated moving around in that level because like you just constantly were slipping and sliding, which I don't love. I already don't love icy mechanics in any sort of game.
Mm-hmm. We can drop this one if you want.
Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of it.
Yeah, that bridge. I don't know if you remember that bridge that you have to cross with the two snowmen that are jumping.
Yeah, that's annoying because you have to do it so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a pain.
it's a pain. Um,
Okay,
and then also trying to get the bob-omb guy is annoying too, where you have to like jump onto that floating platform.
Yeah, that sucked.
Man, we're down to some good ones now.
What
Top
are, what are
not
your
top.
what are your thoughts on Jolly Roger Bay? You like that one? I feel like you like that one.
No, we can axe it. I just think it's for purely nostalgic purposes. It's a good level, I think, but
It's the better one of the water levels.
it's the best water level, I think, in my opinion. Well, Wet Dry World's pretty good though.
Yeah.
It's probably the second best water level.
Okay.
It's good, but yeah, it can go.
Yeah, Wet Dry World it has really cool mechanics in it.
Yeah. The raising of the water is cool. I enjoyed getting the red coins because I mean, it's super easy and it's just literally just platforming.
Yeah. Even the little guys and they're annoying, but the guys that'll like that flip you up.
Yeah, they're very annoying. I died a couple times because they just kept flipping me in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Um, Finding the secret little area or the secret spots was cool.
Secret spots and then the underwater city.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what else there was in that one.
how'd you like Big Boo's Haunt?
I liked it. It was I don't know. I feel like a lot of people like it more than I do, but
I didn't love it. Especially when you fought King Boo like on the
on the balcony.
on the balcony, and then you have to jump from the balcony onto the roof, and like
Oh
it's
my
the
god.
camera is so terrible that it's really hard to see where you were going. So I had to like jump up on there and then hit the right bumper to like lock the camera right behind you, and then slowly walk across.
Yeah.
I died or I fell a few times on that. It was
And
an
the fact
okay
that
level.
three of the stars were just fighting Boo,
Yeah.
right? Because the merry-go-round,
Yep.
then the first Boo fight, and then this one. That's 3 to 6. So I don't know. We haven't talked about Bob-omb Battlefield or Thwomp's Fortress at all.
So I think, honestly, I think Bob-omb's got to be in the top 5 because it's just so iconic, and like all the stars are fun. Like the Koopa's race is fun. I didn't love like the flying through the coins. That one's probably the worst one. Find the right coins is fun. I mean, it's easy, pretty easy.
Yeah, and then doing the chain chomp.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's always cool.
Yeah, that's always cool. And then fighting Bob-omb, King Bob-omb wasn't too bad. It is like kind of funny. Like your first instinct is just to throw him off, but then he's like, no, and you just throw him on the ground, and it actually hurts him. It's weird, but hey,
interesting fight.
Yeah, and same with Thwomp's Fortress. Like I thought that level was pretty fun with everything.
Yeah, all the stars are pretty fun. Boss fight, I mean,
super easy.
Super easy. Red coins was cool.
Just destroying like that corner of the like the building or like the side or the wall, whatever.
Yep.
Like launching into it was like pretty cool, and then dropping into the cage with the bird was fun.
Yeah, that one had some great stars.
Yeah, that was pretty good. How do you feel about Lethal Lava Land?
This was one I didn't like that much until I went back for the 100 coins, and I started to love it.
Okay, I really enjoy that play. I mean, I died a few times, but I mean, fighting like the bullies was kind of annoying at first, but then once you just kind of get down like the strategy, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, and the thing about it is it's a small level.
So like, short. Like I love like tiny levels like this.
Yeah, so you're not losing much ground if you die.
Yeah, it's super quick.
And then jumping into the volcano is.
Yeah, that was cool. Doing like that was cool. I really liked going inside the volcano. I don't know which one are you thinking about? I'm thinking Big Boo.
Yeah,
I didn't love Big Boo.
Yeah, let's drop it.
I'm a 7.
All right, which two? Which two got to go? Well, I feel like there's a compromise we can come to here between TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride. I feel like we could.
Well, I mean, the problem is I haven't finished Rainbow Ride, so I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I could hate the level,
I'm
but
trying to remember what the last 3 stars were.
I mean, but TikTok Clock, I mean, I beat it pretty easily, but I don't know. I didn't love. Well, no, I did like it.
Just think about it, man. Like jumping into the clock at different times. You can either
Yeah,
stop
it's
or
a cool
speed
mechanic.
up,
It's a cool mechanic, and like it's not
and it
too
just
bad.
keeps on going up, man. Like when you get that first star and you're like, this is as high as it goes, and then you get the second one and you're like, this has to be it, right? And then you get the third one, and it's
Yeah,
so high up.
yeah, and I do think it's cool that you could beat the level with everything being stopped too.
Mm,
It's a little bit, I wouldn't say more challenging, but it's different.
yeah, difference. And it's
Man,
decently forgiving when you fall. Like if you're really high up and you fall down,
yeah, you can
chances are you're gonna
survive.
land. Chances
Yeah,
are
it
you're
was
gonna land
very
somewhere.
rarely that I actually fell into the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, man. Which one are you thinking?
I mean, I'm fine if we want to get rid of Rainbow Ride, just
Yeah,
based off of the assumption that you might not like the
I mean, I
last.
haven't loved what I've played so far.
Okay, well, I mean that's good enough.
Okay,
This is about ones that you love.
huh?
This is about ones that you love.
This is true.
And then number 5.
Man, uh, I could either let Tiny Huge Island go or TikTok go.
Mm. I would let Tiny Huge go. But that's
It's a cool level, Tiny Huge. Um, and it's super small too, so it's like pretty easy to get around, especially when like you're big Mario. But man, it is cool though. It's a cool level.
yeah, mechanically it's cool. I just hate the platforming in it. Even
Yeah,
big
and I thought the
Mario.
whole water area was kind of completely pointless.
Why did that exist?
Yeah, I felt like that whole area was stupid. Like there was just no point of it.
It was just a slowdown
Yeah, I think it was, yeah,
for both Marios.
yeah, I think so.
I
Let's get
did
rid of that one.
okay.
Well,
Yeah,
what were you
let's
gonna
get
say?
rid. I said I did like the red coins. I thought that was a cool platforming challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I just thought I died once, um, and having to cross that wooden bridge as little Mario was kind of annoying just because of the camera again. Um, I mean, it was easy, but like it was you just had to go super slow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, there's that. But all right, so we're down to our top 5.
It's a pretty good top 5.
Yeah.
So we got
What?
Bob on Battlefield, Dwom's Fortress, Lethal Lava Land, Wet Dry World, and TikTok Clock.
Okay, so like a nice variation, I guess, across the whole game.
Yeah, you got your introductory stages. You got your mid stage with Lethal Lava and Wet Dry World. Yeah, we've got a stage from every section.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
What are you thinking is number 1?
Ooh, number 1.
I mean, do you want to rank these top, like appropriately rank them, or just call it like this?
I feel like we should rank them. I mean, we're here.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Yeah. All right, let's start with number 5.
Okay, we'll start. Okay.
I feel like we could do TikTok at 5 or 4.
I mean, you really like TikTok, though, right?
Yeah, but I know you really don't like it that much.
I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it.
All right, well let's just put that one at 3,
Okay.
and then work around it.
I mean, I could honestly put Lethal Lava at 5 and be okay with that.
Yeah.
So switch TikTok and Lethal Lava for now.
Yeah. Okay. So then, wait, I did that wrong. Sorry for the audio listeners, but we
We've got a little list going, and we're
we've got kind of a
rearranging it.
list. Right now we have Lethal Lava Land as number 5, and then TikTok Clock is number 3.
Yeah. So right
Um,
now, in order of appearance, well, not in order of appearance, but what we've got number 1, Bob on Battlefield. Number 2, Thwomp's Fortress. Number 3, TikTok Clock. Number 4, Wet Dry World, and number 5, Lethal Lava Lands.
yeah. What do you think about Wet Dry World? Do you think that should move up?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
It was such a fun level, like in the just the mechanics of the water level was, and it was the only water level where I wasn't annoyed because you don't have to be in the water that much.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's a whole other secret area to the game
It's pretty cool.
is pretty cool, like a
And
whole
then you can
town.
change the water level of that one too.
Yeah. So I think it's a cool level. Do you think, now before we switch everything, do you think Thwomp should we switch Thwomp's Fortress with Wet Dry World, or do we?
I think we should do that.
Okay.
So that would put Wet Dry World at number 2 and Thwomp's Fortress at number 4.
Okay.
Okay. I mean that's okay. So our current lineup now is number 5 Lethal Lava, 4 Wet Dry. Wait, no, that's not right. Wet Dry should be number 2. Okay, Lethal Lava number 5.
It's still messed up.
What the hell? Oh, I'm undoing. I'm not cutting.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. 5 Lethal Lava, 4 Thwomp's Fortress, 3 TikTok, 2 Wet Dry, and 1 Bob on Battlefield.
Is Bob on number 1?
Do you think it should be number 1?
Probably. Out of purely iconic nostalgia purposes. I mean, and granted, I mean, you didn't have as much nostalgia as I did for this level.
Mm-hmm.
With you playing like the DS 64 version or whatever. As a level, I mean, do you like it?
As a level, I like it. I don't think it's as complex.
Certainly, yeah.
Some other levels, but
yeah, there's hardly any platforming at all on this level.
But it's a good.
It's a good starting. It's a good entry to the game. I mean,
that's a good precedent.
Yeah, there's like that weird area where it's like the underneath area, like underneath the bridge, and then you can unlock to raise or lower the gates. That's kind of weird because the level's already kind of tiny, so it's like you don't really need it. And like there's the whole grassy area is kind of useless. Like I guess that's where Koopa is, and you can get his shell and ride on it.
I think it just shows you everything.
So it
shows you that a button opens a gate, or using a Koopa you can ride a shell.
Yeah.
It kind of shows you just the mechanics of a 3D game.
Yeah, without cool. being insanely hard or anything.
Yeah, or without being overly in your face about having a tutorial.
I mean, I feel like the stars are different enough to where you can kind of get like a grasp of everything.
Yeah. Of the fighting, of the platforming.
Yep, and then it kind of opens up the idea of you might not be able to get all the stars in every level at the very beginning every time because you have to get the caps. So that's cool. Yeah, I think it deserves to be number 1. I think it's a good solid solid level.
That's a good one.
Are you good with this list?
I'm good with this list.
Cool. You want to go ahead and read it?
All right, so at number 5.
The official Gaming with the Bros podcast, Super Mario 64, top 5 levels. That was a lot.
Yes. Number 5, Lethal Lava Land, which is the 8th level in Mario 64. It's
Yeah,
that lava
which
level.
is pretty good considering I'm not a huge fan of fire levels in general. So it's a good level.
Yeah.
I like the fact that like the lava kind of raises and lowers on the platforms, and you have to like barely hit it. I like it. It's a good level.
Now, if you were to die, if you hit the lava, that would be this would be way low on the list.
Oh yeah. The fact that you get what, like 2 bounces and then
Yeah,
that's it.
2 or 3. I think.
Yeah, so it's pretty forgiving for it being lava.
Mhm.
So that's nice.
Number 4, we have Thwomp's Fortress, which I believe is the second
Second
level
level,
of the
yep.
game. It's decently similar to Bob-omb Battlefield, but then it introduces the idea of falling off of the map.
Yep.
But it's not too hard, so like you're not constantly falling off.
Yeah, not too hard. Significantly more platforming in this level than Bob-omb. But yeah, it's a good kind of second introduction to the levels where you can fall off of because there's a lot.
Yeah, and it has some good stars that are kind of hard to either get to or just like kind of figure out, I guess.
Yeah, requires a little bit of thinking.
Number 3, we have TikTok Clock, which is the 14th level of the game. This one's just it's like a platforming masterpiece, I guess.
Yeah.
Not masterpiece, but
yeah, it's
really good platforming level.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got the time mechanic, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean it's pretty short level. I mean with all said and done, you can blow through it pretty quickly. Although with the red coins, did you do the time stop to get those?
Hell yeah.
Okay, because I first started and I was like, I don't know if this is possible. I don't know how people do this, and then I was like, oh my god, you could stop time. So yeah, I mean all the stars were pretty cool to get in that game or get in that level. So
yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Wet Dry World. This is I don't know, around the 10th level of the game.
Wet Dry? No, it's. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Somewhere between 9 and 12. I think.
Yeah. Really good level. Like I mentioned before, I hate swimming in this game. I hate water levels in general with anything. Especially Mario. Mario is pretty bad with their water levels.
They are. Yeah.
But well, not Mario in general, but Mario 64. But yeah, just raising and lowering the water is really cool. So yeah, I think it's a solid level.
It's solid, yeah, very solid.
Yep, not a lot of platforming in this one. There's a little bit. I mean, there's like the elevator one. Yeah. But yeah, good level.
Yeah, and then obviously number 1, Bob-omb Battlefield. Like we said, great intro, great tutorial level without being a tutorial level.
Yeah.
Yeah, iconic. Even nostalgic for someone who's just really played the DS version.
Yeah, it's a good big open level. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And that's our list. That's our top 5 Mario 64 levels. I'm sure that's different than a lot of other lists out there. I don't know.
Yeah. I will on next week whenever I come back and I've finished the Rainbow Ride and played Tall Mountain. And then I don't know if I'll finish all the coins, but at least start. I'll come back with my thoughts on what I think of these levels next time. But yeah, good solid top 5 list. So if you stuck around for the show, we appreciate you guys listening. It's always fun to rank stuff and do stuff like that. So yeah,
love a good ranking.
Yeah, we'll love a good ranking. Can't wait for Game of the Year. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be a freaking doozy this year.
But yeah, that is going to wrap up the show this week. Sorry if you like watching the show live, but my computer, like I said at the top of the show, is garbage, and it's 8 years old, and I couldn't even run the Zoom app and Word, or at least I didn't try after I got everything up and running with Zoom.
Yeah.
So yeah, normal times is 8:30 Eastern time. That's usually when we try to go live. Nick, where can they follow us on Twitter?
They can follow us at Gaming WT Bros. And you can submit any questions, send us any direct messages. We do polls a lot, and we'll ask a bunch of questions and talk about gaming stuff there. So join the conversation.
Yeah. Give us a share and all that good stuff on Twitter. That way everyone knows where to follow us. If you like sending emails, you can do gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. And same thing with kind of Twitter. You can send us questions, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Twitter is really where we're trying to mainly focus because it's just way more interactive.
Yeah,
with
way more
people.
interactive and accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, look forward to next week's show. Seems like the news is kind of starting to slow down a little bit since we've had like a jam-packed month of stuff, but we'll see.
Yep.
See what happens. Maybe Nintendo will give us a surprise little direct or something. That'd be cool.
Hey, we can always wish.
Can always wish. It's only Monday right now, so we'll see.
Oh.
Any Nick, any games that you're gonna be playing this week? It's kind of more Mario.
Yeah, I'm
Hades.
gonna push through some Sunshine more, and then Hades as well.
Cool.
I might download Doom Eternal and play that a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, I'll probably check that out.
Yeah, I might play a few levels and then, like you said, wait until Series X.
Yeah, there. I think that's what I might do.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
We'll see. But yeah, we will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.